This is entering the chamber, the gate chamber on Elite. And this is another one that's sort of, out of the level. We ran level 10s, and afterwards the chain has some level 9s. But this one I actually don't mind running on Elite. It's really brutal on Reaper because there's Reapers, there's an Ice Flungers, which I think we can avoid. I think our pick lock skill is good enough we can avoid them. Both of those are one-shotters. Beholder with Disintegrate and Ice Flunger with Polar Ray. Alright, I want to go this way. This is the way I usually go. And so we just follow the same path south, but we could skip this Beholder Cave. That's mandatory on the previous one, but not on this one. Alright, so now I found the key, so I don't have to worry about the... There, you can see that Theros Hound up there doing a lot of damage. I'm going to grab this key. I'm not going to worry about the Theros Hound. It's up there. It's going to... won't bother us. So I found the key, so I don't have to worry about picking the lock. So if it's not like on the path, then you have to kind of search the case for it if you don't have the ability to open the lock. I pretty much on this character should, even though we're not really investing much in open lock, so far we've had no problem, no problem on Elite, no problem on Reaper. Sometimes we have to try several times to make it to succeed, but unlike the traps, if you fail the first time, you can just keep trying until you succeed. I don't think there's a, at least I've never seen, a situation where you fail the lock and it sort of like wrecks the lock. So if that was the case, that would be much tougher. This is debuff I have. This is Theracound Breath, okay. You were dripping with acid. Okay, well that's probably not too bad.
The caverns end here at this gate.
Alright, so I have the key this time.
Lie beyond.
But I'm going to try to avoid the key, the next key. It's a pretty rough fight. And so behind that secret door is a heavily guarded key. It's not that heavily guarded, but the ice flungers are just really deadly. So my plan is to just attempt to pick the lock, even if it takes me a few times. I'm going to avoid this fight altogether. And if I can't get to it, I guess I'm going to have to recall and come back in and figure it out.
Something feels wrong.
I think it'll be okay. So even though it was only one enemy, I used my Holy Retribution because it was a champion. And sometimes that particular champion can have death immunity, but it didn't in this case. So swap to my open lock item. Human skill boost. Whoops, why am I searching? And succeeded on a 10, so it's working pretty well. As long as I use my items and boost, it seems to be working pretty well. I see a champion pudding. Alright, there's a shrine, so that's good. Let's draw these guys back. And I kind of wish I had my pudding weapon here. Kind of wish I had my big tool for this fight. Alright. Another flesh render. I'm gonna go back there because I think there's a beholder when we killed these guys. There's a beholder that. All right, so what I'm gonna do is put my hireling over here, stand his ground. I'm gonna try to get this beholder, and if I get killed by disintegrate, I can just go raise myself. Alright. Trap.
You notice fingerprints in the dust on this lever's handle. It appears to have been used recently.
And so this opens up an area kind of back where that beholder was. It opens up this door here. Ferris count. Ferris count. Trap. Well, we're gonna bring him back. Here, I didn't have my search item on. sure that Theris count was what was doing all the damage there, or the big damage anyways. I should get myself fire. Don't want to buff myself too much because there's a beholder coming up and he's gonna, whatever buffing I do, he's gonna eliminate it. Alright, so I'm gonna bring my hireling to about here. Have him stand his ground. And I'm just going to charge. Go through this trap here. There we go. That was Holy Retribution. Insta-killing that thing. Alright, so where's this trap? It's one of the advantages of evasion. You can just kind of run through these traps instead of having to disable them all the time. But might as well, just for good form, show you where the box is and disable it. Super Flame Hymnal, nice. Alright, this is the key we need. And there's not much left to this quest, but I guess we'll just, I don't think we need to really buff. And we could actually just pull this lever. Then you switch to your ranged weapon. Now this is a case where if you don't have a ranged weapon, you can't finish this quest, as far as I know. I mean, maybe there's somebody that knows another way to do it, but I'm just gonna put the bow, use the bow. And there, the bridge goes down. So basically, just check your inventory for, throwing weapons or anything you might have gotten loot. But that's why it's always good to.
His face and demeanor, though, belong to a darker, grimmer man.
It's always good to have either throwing weapon or a bow and some arrows. With quiver deflect. All right, so that is entering the gate chamber on Elite.